All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, here we got 3.5 minutes left on your clock for your Extreme Sim Racing countdown to green flag drop. You're watching it all live here on Race on Texas. This is the World of Thunder Racing League. We got some great racing in store for you here tonight. But before we jump over to all that, we need to get to the sponsors here for tonight's race. And of course, those are iCore, iRacing Community of Racing Etiquette, Ohio Freshwater Adventures, and Evil One Graphics. Make sure you check out all of these great partners over on their social media. Check them out and use their services if you can. That being said, we got some sponsors over on the broadcast side of things as well for 2019. Those do include Northwest Racing Series, Walls Beard Co. Beard Balm, RaceOnTexas.com. That's, of course, bringing it live to you here. World of Thunder, the league you're watching here tonight. Hanover Wrecker Service. On the Edge Motorsports, your official Wicked Energy Gum retailer. Huffman Designs, Racecourt Online Racing League, and of course, Extreme Sim Racing themselves. Make sure you head over to extremesimracing.com. Use the promo code VRN if you're looking to get a sim rig to up your racing level just a little bit. You can again use that promo code VRN, all lowercase, at extremesimracing.com to get a 5% savings on that purchase. That being said, we have 1:50 left on the clock. We are here at Limaland Motorsports Park with a balmy 72 degrees, 75 degree track temp. Should be interesting. Again, 72 degrees, not real warm here for tonight's race at this 0.27 mile track. A 2 mile per hour wind out of the north, so these midgets won't have too much wind to deal with. That is definitely a good thing. They do not want to be dealing with that wind all that much. But we want to thank everybody for tuning in here tonight. Again, should be some great racing. We've got about 8 drivers here tonight. There are some big events going on, so of course that is going to pull some of our drivers. We have some of our dedicated ones here. Aaron Lightsell going to be here. Brett Osborne, Brett Rolls. So we have 2 Bretts here tonight. Glenn Reinhardt, sorry. Looks like we got Harry Edwards here and Justin Stoles, I believe how you pronounce that. There's a few more in here that I think we did miss. There's Kevin Fry in here. I haven't seen Kevin in quite a while. Kevin Fry, the flagman, we'll be talking to him hopefully later on tonight. Definitely be good to talk to him as we know him in real life, as well as Brett Osborne. That being said, 30 seconds left on the clock. You know what that means. Time to grab you something to eat, grab you something to drink. It is just about time to get this thing going. So again, grab you something to snack on and a cold beverage of your choice, and we'll go racing here for qualifying in 17 seconds. All right, time is up for the countdown to green, and of course that means it is time for qualifying. We'll go ahead and bring it down on your screen, and who's going to be the first driver to come out onto the track is going to be the question. And at the moment, we're going to pull that up. It looks like we are going to have a couple of different drivers and having some internet issues going on as well. We're going to try to get those sorted out, and we're jumping over there. There we go. Put up the qualifying bar. And that internet issue still starting to play effect, and it's sorting itself back out now, so we're good to go. Hopefully we are going to have to get that addressed, but the green flag is out here for qualifying. And the 068's name not showing up, that is Ronald Piles, whose name is not showing up, and it looks like the 19 as well of Glenn Reinhardt. But we'll get those names to you as best we can. But again, you can see the top times right there. Right now, the fastest time is Harry Edwards with a 12.675. Kevin Fry going to be behind him with a 12.738. in that number 21 machine. We'll see where he stacks up later on tonight, as it's going to be the youngster of Brett Osborne to the top with a 12.644, as he's going to be the only 12.64 time by a little bit of a margin. 0.031 is what he has it by, as we'll go over to Justin Stoles in the number 23 machine with an 18.886 on his last lap, but a 12.887 on his fast lap. And I'm not even sure how to pronounce this name. That is just going to be the 9 of Al B here tonight. And so we're just going to call him Albie here, as I am not even sure how to pronounce that name. Let's go back to Robert Satterfield in the number 10 machine. Not much design on that car, with it looks like twisted motor spots probably on the side of it. We'll see what kind of time he puts in here for qualifying. Can he top Brett Osborne with that 12.644? And it doesn't look like it's going to happen, as he's going to come to the line right there, and it's going to be a 12.862 to put him in 5th place. But Glenn Reinhardt's going to do it 12.620. He outruns Brett Osborne by a .024, so not much of a margin there. That should be a good race. Looks like we're going to have maybe one heat race. We may have two if they divide it in 5 and 5. If not, we're going to put 10 drivers, one heat race, and then your 30-lap feature race, as they do the salute to the fans. But qualifying pretty much coming to an end, as Ronald Piles going to bring it to a stop on the track. We'll refer to him as Ron during the race, but that is going to do it for qualifying. They have 4 seconds left, so we'll go ahead and get rid of qualifying off of your screen, as it is time to get this thing going. Again, we want to thank everybody for tuning in here tonight. We are live on the Race on Texas YouTube channel, as we'll go ahead and bring your main bar up. You can see this is the World of Thunder Racing League live on a Race on Texas. And of course, we are in conjunction of Virtual Racing Network / Race on Texas. And it looks like we are slapping everybody in heat race number 1, so everybody will make it to the feature race. So pretty much how qualifying went is how it's going to be here tonight, folks, for heat race number 1. So we'll go ahead and read off your list as they are making it to the grid. Row 1 is going to be Glenn Reinhardt, who we heard is a really good driver. We haven't seen him race too much. And of course, the youngster who just got his first mini sprint, that is Brett Osborne. And row 2 is going to be Harry Edwards. And of course, we know him as the flagman, Kevin Fry. And row 3 is going to be Aaron Leitzel and Robert Satterfield. And row 4 is going to be Justin Stoles and Ron Piles. And rounding out row 5 is going to be Brett Rolls and Al B here tonight. But the focus is on that, who definitely has a fast ride himself. We'll find out here. Again, still having a few little issues there with the internet, but it is sorting out. We'll have to see if we can't get that all sorted out. We're going to zoom out just a little bit, and we may do some adjusting here before they get going real quick, as we'll see something real quick. Alright, we're going to adjust one thing. There's the green flag just comes out. We are racing for heat race number 1, and it is going to be Glenn Reinhardt that's out front, but Brett Osborne right on his tail. He's going to be chasing him down as they finish lap number 1. They only have 7 laps to go, 8 as on the books, but 7 to go here in heat race number 1. They're going to make it 6 to go as they come on. Popping wheelies coming around to the flag stand. 6 laps to go. Brett Osborne trying to chase him down. Can he get to him is the question. He's going to keep digging to see if he can, and the caution is out, and it's going to be for Ron Piles bringing out caution number 1. Let's go back and take a quick look. What happened to the 068 of Ron Piles bring out caution number 1 here in heat race 1, as he goes up to the high side trying to get by the 12 there for a moment of Aaron Leitzel, and just clobbers the wall. That'll bring out the caution as we go back to live. Your leader still Glenn Reinhardt leading this race. It'll be interesting to see again Brett Osborne in that 013 machine. Not his normal number. He usually runs the 99, but not having that number here tonight. And I don't see a 99, but somebody in this league probably has it already. So we'll just have to wait and see how he does in this race part. And there for the phone going off here in the booth. Again, we definitely thank everybody for tuning in here tonight. I know you have a lot of other things you could probably be doing. But, of course, make sure you comment and chat. Let us know who your driver is as the green flag comes back out. We got some drivers sliding around in the back. It's no matter. We keep going as it's going to be still Reinhardt. But here comes Brett Osborne. He's technically your leader, but he's going to lose it right there. They come to the line. They're side by side. Osborne on the high side as we have one lap to go. This is his chance to try and get the lead. He's got one lap to do it. If he can't do it, Reinhardt's going to get the win in the heat race, and he does. It's going to be Reinhardt, Osborne, Edwards, Fry, and Rolls are going to be your top five here in the heat race. And of course, that is going to do it for your one and only heat race. We are moving on to a little warm up, and then we'll move on to your feature race. 30 laps on the books. And we will be right back here in just a few moments. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Things are underway here as we're getting ready to get the green flag. So we'll go, of course, through your starting grid here for tonight's feature race. They will not be doing the four-wide salute here tonight due to the lower car count. So we will just pace those extra laps. But your starting grid on row 1 is going to be the 19 of Glenn Reinhardt and the 013 of Brett Osborne. Row 2 is going to be the 66 of Harry Edwards and the 21 of Kevin Fry. Row 3 is going to be the 17 of Brett Rolls and the 12 of Aaron Leitzel. Row 4 is going to be the 23 of Justin Stolz and the 9 of Al B. And row 5, rounding out this field here tonight, is going to be the 10 of Robert Satterfield and the 068 of Ronald Piles. Again, green flag is going to go ahead, and they're not going to race him out. I thought they might. We read that wrong, but regardless, the green flag is in the air, and we are racing here. We'll see. We'll go ahead and bring your main bar up there onto the screen. And green flag hopefully going to stay out a little bit longer than last time, as we got Brett Osborne being pushed up to the high side by Harry Edwards. Edwards going to get almost clipped by Osborne. Osborne hanging in there on the high side. It's just going to be Kevin Fry below him, but here comes Brett Rolls side by side. Those two really starting to duke it out together. It's going to be interesting to see how this one all plays out in the end, as it's definitely a good battle up front right now. You have Edwards and Rolls side by, Edwards and Osborne, side by side. And I'm just not sure who eventually is going to come out on top of this one, as right now it is Edwards just barely ahead of Osborne. Behind him, of course, you got some nice little battles going on as well. Osborne trying to hang in there, but Kevin Fry, Brett Rolls, Aaron Leitzel all right here together. You can put a blanket over him, but Osborne going to take second place. At least he took it for the moment. He's going to dive to the bottom. Can they make it stick? We're on lap number 7 as they come to the line. Osborne all the way to the bottom, slides up, and he has second place cleared over Harry Edwards. He's got his eyes set on Glenn Reinhardt. We'll go ahead and bring your top 3 up onto the screen to see if he can potentially do something with him. We'll see. Reinhardt not giving up just yet as he's three-wheeling it all the way around the corners. Let's go back here just a little bit. We haven't talked about him too much back here. That is going to be Robert Satterfield, Justin Stolz, and Ron Piles. These guys all back here putting on a nice little battle, even at the rear of the field. So, few cars, good battling. Nevertheless, we go up a few spots. And you see right there, you have the 17 of Brett Rolls and the 12 of Aaron Leitzel. Those two putting on a solid battle for currently 5th position. Kevin Fry just ahead of them. He's under fire. Will be here shortly if those two continue to move up as fast as they're going here at the moment. So we'll see if that is the case. Meanwhile, we go up to the front because we got to check on this battle. Brett Osborne trying to make something happen. We'll get rid of the top 3 as it's not going to be accurate here. This track is so short, folks, 0.27 miles. This track is so short that our overlays cannot keep up with the timing. So that is why everything says 0, 0, 0, 0. It just can't keep up. Brett Osborne, he is able to keep up with your race leader, Glenn Reinhardt. He's running the high side, and so is Reinhardt. He may have to find a different line if he wants to try to get by him, but he's right there closing that gap. Again, we don't even know what that exact gap is because the overlays in our system do not go as fast as they're going out here on the track running these 12-second laps. Reinhardt, though, going to run to the bottom. Now he's going to go to the top as Osborne goes to the top and then the bottom. They are switching spots back and forth, but you got to be able to catch him and you got to be able to pass him. We'll see if he can do that here. Let's go back. We haven't checked in with him a whole lot. That is going to be the 9 of Al B as he's riding back here in currently 7th position in the 9. Ron Powell's in there, and we have a car going around upside down. Caution is out with 19 to go. It's going to be Justin Stolz. Let's go back. and take a look and see what happened. And we'll see right here exactly what is going to happen. And I believe it's a self-inflicted wound. No, gets into the back of the 10, and around he goes as he gets caught into the wall. And that, of course, will bring out our first caution here in the feature race with 16 laps to go. We'll see. It'll be 16 when we get the line. About 15 to go when we actually take the green here in just a few moments. Again, hopefully everybody's enjoying the race out there. Here tonight, it's definitely been a good race, to say the least. Again, just because you don't have 40, 50, 60 cars doesn't mean you can't have a good race, as we have 10 on the track, like that 9 on the track. Justin Stoll's not on the track here at the moment, but still some great racing. Green flag is back out, and we are racing once again, and it's going to be Reinhardt that's out front. Osborne going to lose the spot to Harry Edwards. Harry Edwards trying to stay in front of him, but here comes Osborne right there with him. They're going to be side by side coming to the line. 14 laps to go. Osborne going to get by him. Here comes Kevin Fry. He'd like to take the position as well, as they're coming up on 13 to go. Osborne still under fire from Edwards, but he gets back by him, but he's not done just yet. Edwards going to take that 66 all the way to the high side. Brett Osborne maybe able to close the door, doesn't let him in, and he is trucking forward, still trying to get to your race leader of Reinhardt. Everybody taking to the high side now, even your leader, Reinhardt. Let's zoom out just a little bit so you can see just how much these pushed up. We started at the bottom, and now you see right there, second, third place, Osborne and Edwards really running the high side, trying to push that berm, or that cushion up as far as they can, not the berm, the cushion up as far as they can, and it's not quite going to be enough, as you see Reinhardt running just a little bit lower, and it's working out for him very well, as he is just trucking forward here at the moment. Nobody really being able to do anything with him. We go back just a little bit here to Kevin Fry, and he's got his hands full with Aaron Leitzel. We'll see if he can do it. Again, you're watching all this live on Race on Texas YouTube channel. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and all of that good stuff, as we have 8 laps to go. Does Brett Osborne have anything for your race leader? Definitely looks like we'll be talking to him here in a few laps, but right now Glenn Reinhardt has put his keys on the counter to the hotel, checked out from this field, as they are really starting to push that cushion further and further closer to the wall, as he is trying to run him down, and he is obviously trying to make something happen, but I just don't think it's going to happen for Osborne. Osborne hits the outside wall. That may allow the 66 of Edwards to catch him, as we have 5 laps to go. Not going to do it. He's still struggling there to get by him. What a battle it's been. These three pretty much up front all night long, but it's been a good race nevertheless, as Osborne again trying to get there, but that little wall tap is probably going to do him in. We'll go back just a little bit here with 3 to go. Nice little battle going on here. Kevin Fry, Aaron Leitzel, and Brett Rolls all digging as the caution's going to come out, and this time it's going to be for Ron Piles. Let's go back and take a look. What happened here at Sioux? This is the 068 of Ron Piles that brings out the caution, and this should send us in to a green-white checkered, as they will finish this under the green-white checkered, so we will finish it. And just all by himself, he hits the cushion up into the fence, and over he goes to bring out the second caution here tonight. Let's go back to the front, your top 5 as they run. And again, green-white checkered, so we will finish this. We'll have a 2-lap shootout when we get the green. It's going to be Reinhardt, Osborne, Edwards, Rolls, and Fry are going to be your top 5 here in the race at the moment. This will be the one shot that Osborne needed to see if he can get by the 19. Of course, the 19 of Edward Reinhardt's been so good all race long, but so has the 013 of Osborne. He's going to have to find something, dig deep if he wants to be able to get by that 19 machine. He will be starting on the outside. That's where he's been running all night as the pace truck dives off. Green flag getting ready to come out. The 19 going to kick it sideways as we go racing one more time. Osborne all the way to the high side. Not going to be enough on that lap, but he's going to dive to the inside with a slide job. He's in front. Can he do it? He cuts him. And no, it's going to be the 19 at the line. One lap to go. Presented by Northwest Racing Series. He's going to have to clear him at the flag stand, and that's going to be a tough task to do, as that 19 has been very strong. But here comes Osborne. Not going to be enough. He has to take for second. Reinhardt going to win here tonight, followed by Osborne, Brett Rolls, Harry Edwards, Robert Satterfield picking up a bunch of spots. Kevin Fry, Albee, Aaron Leitzel, Ron Piles, and Justin Stolz is how they're going to be finishing here tonight. What a race, especially for the front here, as Brett Osborne almost picking up the win. Just came a little bit short there at the end. We'll be talking to those top three drivers here momentarily, as again, a fantastic night of racing. And we will have some interesting conversation with them. As again, it was some great racing. So we'll be right back here in just a few moments with your top three drivers. All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen, here with your top three drivers in the booth. Little tiny track, wasn't far of a walk. They got here before I could even get to them to drag them up the stands. But that is our third place driver, the 17 of Brett Rolls. We have him in the booth with us. First off, as always, congrats on third place. And what a race. It wasn't a big field, but there was some really good racing in there. You were up in the front all night long. So first and foremost, how was that track out there? It looked like it was getting a little spotty. It had maybe some moisture, but some dry spots in it as well.
Yeah, towards about the beginning half of the race, it was just all the way on the bottom. Not too many people were venturing up to the top side, but you could get the middle to work for you if you had a decent setup to go with. Other than that, I'd have to say, pretty much, after the halfway point, everything started going to the middle top side, and I think that's eventually what ended up getting me around Kevin Fry, and eventually, I believe Harry Edwards in the 66. But yeah, if that top side hadn't came in the way it was, I don't think we would have been in this particular position.
Well, definitely, it was a great race here. Again, not the biggest car count. There were some big races going on here tonight. But, give us your thoughts on this particular track. I know pre-race we were talking amongst all the drivers there in the pits that this isn't one of the tracks a lot of people hate, but everyone has different thoughts on each track. So what are your thoughts on this particular track? Like it? Hate it? What are your thoughts on it?
See, a lot of people tell me I'm a weird one when it comes to iRacing, just off the simple fact that I like these short little bull rings. Like Kokomo's, probably Kokomo and Volusia are the top two favorites for me. Limaland's definitely a strong third. I mean, these short little bull ring tracks, they make the driver get up on the wheel and actually drive the car. And if you have some patient drivers, you can actually have a pretty good race at these tracks. Other than that, yeah, Limaland's a pretty decent track for me. I'm able to hold that top side once it goes to the top, but not really able to hold much on a tacky bottom side. Other than that, yeah,
Well, definitely. It's always good to talk to someone, of course, for anyone that doesn't know. It's almost like a announcer interviewing announcer kind of deal over here. But you did a great job behind the wheelers tonight. Any sponsors shout out you want to give for that third place finish?
Yeah, I got to give a shout out to Steve for putting this on. A lot of guys missed out tonight with other leagues having big races and stuff, but I don't care what anybody says. You aren't gonna find racing anywhere else like this other than at World of Thunder. Sunday nights they got the triple header with the UMP and the Super Late and 410. And then Wednesday night we got the Midgets, but I mean, I tell you, there's great racing, a great group of guys, not only showing up to race, but behind the scenes as well. So I just want to thank everybody that's, with World of Thunder, Ultimate Dirt, everybody that, behind the scenes gets this series up and going. I also got to thank you for doing the broadcast for the Midgets, as, we all know Brett has other stuff going on tonight. Other than that, just want to thank my team owner, Ron Piles, for allowing me to be on the team, and I want to give a shout out to my teammate, Aaron Leitzel. Looking at the point system right now, I'm not sure if they're updated or not, but if they are, me and my teammate have 1 and 2, so hopefully these are pretty accurate because it's still showing me holding the points lead.
Well, definitely, we hope they are too for you. But again, congrats on that third place finish, and I'm sure we'll be talking to you some more later on this season.
Oh, definitely. Thank you. Have a good one.
You do. All right, that's going to bring us, of course, to our second place finisher.
Well,
and,
I don't have.
We pulled him into the booth while he was talking. Brett, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, we interrupted your conversation, so we're hashtag not sorry for that. But you finished in second place here tonight, and I know Sarah's out there watching. At least she better be. Let's see. You finish in second here tonight. I wouldn't say it's disappointing, but you almost had that win. Had you had maybe a couple more laps, you think you could have got by Glenn?
Maybe. I don't know. Me and him, we thought we were going to run out of gas there when that caution came out. We had like I think I had like 1.4 gallons when that caution came out. And on that restart, got a good restart, and thing was just trying to just hit down the fence as hard as you could and see if you could get around him. I put way too low of a gear in it. I mean, at one time going down the back stretch, I think it was the last lap, I pulled up even with him. I told myself either I'm just going to wreck it or win it or second here. And I just sent as hard as I could into the corner and just washed up all the loose dirt stuff. But it was fun there, run second, so that's always good.
Well, and for anyone out there that doesn't know, I know Brad fairly well, and his philosophy is checkers or wreckers, and not necessarily meaning he will wreck you, but he will wreck himself in trying to get the win. So you went in there, you tried everything you could. Again, just a wee bit short of the win tonight, but we know you got some sponsors on that car that you need to thank, and some shout outs. I would definitely suggest shouting out your mother since she's watching. But we know you got some sponsors on that car, so who would those be?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to thank Simworks Performance, some Speed Shop, BK Designs, and my mom for cooking great dinners.
All right, well, there you have it. Your second place finisher. I know him as the 99 with the 013 of Brett Osborne, and I'm sure we'll see you back here in the booth soon.
Hopefully.
All right, let's get our race winner up here with us. Glenn, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, again, congrats on the win. And kind of we're going to start this with the same question there. You basically dominated this race all night long, but we had that last restart there, and Osborne and Brett was coming up there pretty close to you and made a little battle there for about a lap or two. Did you think he might have had something for you there in those last couple of laps?
Well, I knew if I'd get a good restart, I knew he was going to have a good restart, and I knew the slider was coming. That's just the nature of the beast and the name of the game there. So I just had to wait for it and just get out of the throttle and turn back under him.
Oh, definitely, you did exactly what you needed to do. He did exactly what you expected him to do. We talked about it. Not the biggest car count here, only 10 cars. But at the end of the day, for that little of cars, it did produce some good racing throughout the field. So, we want to talk a little bit about that. One, do you think fewer cars helped, less cautions? And also, how was that track, and do you think that played into having just those few cautions?
Well, I mean, I'm a big fan of the fewer car count because it's less squirrels in the field, and I'm all about green flag racing, and with the green flag racing we had, the track changed dramatically. Like it slickened off in a hurry. And I kind of got worried there for a while because I kind of watched the split times here and there, and I seen Brett was closing there for a little while, and then I just settled down and kind of hit my marks, and then I'd start stretching him again.
Oh, definitely. It was a heck of a battle there at the end. Kind of tightened things up and made it a real interesting and overall a good night of racing. And do you have any sponsors on that car and any shout out you want to give for what can only be described as a dominating performance?
Well, of course, Tony Stewart Racing at Team TSR, my teammates, they help a lot with the sets and keep me sharp with when we run the hosted sessions and practice together. And Fatheads Eyewear, 19 Designs, Man Miller Electric, and I'd like to thank you guys for putting these races on.
All right, again, congrats on the win again here tonight. And of course, that is going to do it for the racing action here tonight, as we will bring it to an end. And of course, next race will be tomorrow night, as we have the Northwest Truck Series. I believe at Kansas is where we're headed. So we'll be live on the VRN channel for that. So stay tuned. And of course, as always, have a great rest of your night.